Yeah, 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 yeah. We vibing, we vibing. Yeah, you know what it is. It's sunny days, 305 degrees podcast. We in the building. You know what it is. You know what it do. You know what it does. I'm here just vibing after a long week of putting in work for our community. Uh, the Circle Brotherhood, we've been standing up for one of our historic beaches, the Virginia Key Beach. For those who have not been following, you know, we have been out in the streets. We've been outside. We've been standing up for our community. We've been standing up for the Virginia Key Beach Trust. Whole lot of information been going on. A whole lot of misinformation been going on both sides. And I tell you, I've studied um, the Black Panther Party movement, and there's always agent provocateurs in every movement. Always in the movement to stir up controversy and to spread lies. You know, I was talking to one of our brothers that had came on my live, and he was talking about the difference between our historical Virginia Key Beach and beaches in other places owned by other people. And he was saying that the other beaches was tourist friendly. They had a strip. They had all kind of eatery places and all kind of places you could buy beer and all kind of tourists walking around. And I was like, man, that's nice. I say, man, I've been to a beach like that a few times. That's really nice. I really had a good time. But when we talk about our Black historic beach, I remember when we were young, you know, our family there stopped by and get a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken and take a cool out there with some ice on it and some sodas and maybe some beer for the grown folks, and we was good, you know. So this has been a long week. We've been standing up for, like I said, for the Virginia Key Beach Trust. We've also been standing up with boots on the ground, you know, trying to get some clarity as to the $1 million that was promised to the Circle Brotherhood by the mayor, Xavier Suarez. And so a younger brother came on too. He was talking, came on my live. He was talking about, what are we doing this for? Are we going to be heard? Is our voice going to be loud enough? Do we have people in place that's going to push our issues? And I said to him, I say, you know, I don't know what the Black Panther Party thought when they first launched the Black Panther Party. I don't know if they had an aim to be famous or aim to be whatever it turned out to be. You know, I don't know what was in the mind of Rosa Parks when she refused to give up her seat that day. I don't know if she thought she was going to be famous. I don't know, because there had been people before Rosa Parks that had refused their seats. But on that day, it was a turning point in our history, and a lot of things came of that. And so a lot of times, sometimes all we have is our voice and our belief in God when we stand up for what's right. So yeah, it has been a long week, but it has been a rewarding week. I'm always glad when I can stand up for this community, stand up for a community that I helped to destroy. So I'm just vibing tonight, and as always, sunny days, 305 degrees podcast. We talk about spiritual matters. We talk about we stand up for our community. We talk a little politics. I don't know much about politics, but I know about standing up for our community. We had a rally, a nice rally, at a one of the big churches in Liberty City, to talk about um, our opinions, what we think about standing up for the Liberty City Trust. And we make public, and I want to make public again, like, we just have a dispute. I don't know how involved it is with other people, but we just have a dispute. And we are all people of color, and we love all our people. But we have disputes sometimes, and that's all they are, disputes. Nothing more, nothing less. And we are entitled in America to voice our opinion and have disputes, have respectable disputes, and peaceful protests. That's our right to have peaceful protests. So I just wanted to come on a little bit, just vibing a little bit, you know. Yep, just vibing a little bit after long days of protest, long week rather. And thanks for all the pioneers, that um, felt it right to formulate a trust that will have some say so about what goes on at our historic beach, the Virginia Key Beach. So shout out to them, Miss Athley Range and others. So I just want to come on for a few minutes, just to get a mic check, just to check in with our people, let us know that we vibe, and we're very, very happy with the turnout. We're very, very happy with the people that came out in support of our historical beach. We still have questions to ask, still questions to be answered. A lot of information came out of our last meeting. I didn't know that the Virginia Key Beach Trust, that they raised money to take care of the beach on their own without no county or city assistance for at least 7 years. So they had to come up with $1 million a year to maintain the park. And they did that by themselves for 7 years. And so they have a lot of time and a lot of work invested in that Virginia Key Beach, just to let it be taken away by some other people, then talk about what they done and erase the history of what it took to maintain that important beach. Other than that, man, we just vibing, we just doing our thing, and I always like to, thank God for his grace, first and foremost. And I tell people, before I was a community activist, before I was a warrior, before I done great things in this community. God is first and foremost. And so I always have to give him his praise and thanks. And so when you see me, when you come on my YouTube page and you see a lot of prison talk, you also gonna hear a lot about God because God is the cause of it all. So I just wanted to come in for a little while. So, shout out to my people saying what's up. Hey, we're gonna be live tomorrow at the PPO 13U Championships. We're going to be live. I have a grandson. He's doing really good with the team. So we're going to be out there Sunny Days 305 Degrees podcast. We're going to be out to that championship game tomorrow, live and in living color. And until then, man, continue to subscribe to my YouTube page. Just continue to hit that like button when a new video come up. Tomorrow. We're going to go. We coming on with some live prison gang. Those that have been following that prison gang been kind of live. And so Sunny Days 305 Degrees podcast is a community podcast. So we're going to have our community come on. We're going to talk to women that have been in prison, that have served prison time. We're going to talk about women that did 1 day in jail or 2 hours in jail. We're going to talk to our women because we always talk a lot about men going to prison, but it's just as many women going to prison than men. And from a man perspective, men are always talking about women that rolled with them while they was in prison. And I want to hear the perspective from the women. I want to know if some men rolled with them. Was it some men that made sure that their children came to visit them in prison? Was there men taking their phone call? Was there men putting money on their commissary? So Sunny Days 305 Degrees, we're in the process of speaking to a few of our sisters that don't mind sharing that tragedy that has been going on right under our nose. We have not even been aware of it. So, hey, this Sunny Day 305 Degrees podcast, once again, I just want to come on and tell y'all, it's all about God. Amen. Live your best and your blessed life. Peace.